Hi, everyone. In the driver's seat today, we're talking about car shopping and what dealers can do to create a great experience for their customers. Joining us is Jessica Stafford, Senior Vice President of Consumer Solutions for Cox Automotive. Jessica leads a team of over 2,000 running AutoTrader and Kelley Blue Book, as well as Dealer.com and Cox Automotive's e-commerce solution. Jessica is focused on driving strategy and innovation to make the car shopping and buying experience personalized, seamless, and easy. She joins us today from Atlanta. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you so much for having me, Emma. Really excited to be here.
Great to have you here. Okay, Jessica, we're halfway through the year. Hard to believe it. What have been your big wins in the first half of the year, and what is on your mind as we dive into the second half?
It's flown by, hasn't it? I mean, it's been quite a year already. We've seen our automotive retail world continue to evolve and change. I mean, I think we've seen a lot of areas, of course, kind of go back to the pre-pandemic norms, and then other areas that just continue to grow and change in so many new ways. It's really one of the many reasons that I love our industry. It feels like it's just constantly changing, and we have this opportunity in front of us to take the best of other industries, other spaces that continue to evolve and make it our own in automotive and apply it to car buying and selling. So for us this year at Cox Automotive, it's really been all about progress on modernizing the retailing ecosystem overall. So creating and delivering solutions that are really all about enabling a seamless shopping and buying experience for every shopper and for every seller. We're kind of trying to think about covering the entire ecosystem. So we think about it as just that, a covered and connected ecosystem that starts with strategic and data driven marketing that then leads shoppers into a consistent consumer shopping experience, really, regardless of whether that shopping happens in the dealership or online or anywhere else. And then that shopping experience kind of seamlessly flows into a connected deal management system that we're working on that our industry has really been striving toward for a long time. But the idea there is maintaining shoppers' information and deal details at every step in the journey, because then from that shopping experience, the data and the shopper automatically kind of flows into a dealer's operations management tool and software for the actual transaction to happen. So while all of this may seem like a simple step-by-step flow, we know that it's super complicated in our industry. And so for us at Cox Automotive, we're really making all of that happen with connected software and tools, as well as some advanced automation and intelligence that is first of its kind in our industry. And so these technologies not only provide shoppers with the experience that they want and what they're looking for, but it also makes it easier to get work done in the dealership. Some examples that we've really focused on in this first half of the year, we've got a tool, a product called My Wallet that allows consumers to consistently shop across AutoTrader, across Kelley Blue Book, on a dealer site, and then it pushes that data into a dealer's CRM system. So it allows the store to create those connections with their buyers. And that's really what the back half of the year is all about too, continuing on that connection journey, both for consumers and for seller tools and experiences to enable and provide an omni-channel experience for shoppers. Shoppers want one experience, regardless of whether they kind of completed that last step of the shopping process in a dealer's showroom or maybe on their couch using their phone at home. Providing that kind of seamless connectivity is super hard. But in the back half of this year, our team at Cox Automotive is really working on ways to make it easier with what we see as the industry's only true omni-channel experience, one that enables every path to purchase and delivers consistent experiences for consumers as well as for dealer staff. And so that's what we mean when we say omni-channel, connecting and enabling shopping and buying across all channels, online and store, everything in between. And so we're excited to continue to deliver on that promise this year.
You were talking about, just the connectedness and really what the consumer experience needs to be now with that sort of flow from
Yeah.
online to offline. And, really consumers almost expect that you are aware of where they're at in their shopping journey, and being aware of where they're at is contributing to that better experience now. And really, like you said, I mean, this is really about automotive getting to that point,
Absolutely.
of where consumers expect with other purchases and in other categories. So, Jessica, how are successful dealers overcoming the challenges that come with implementing this kind of experience? Because as you said, it's complex. You know, what you're getting to is easy, but getting there is complex.
Getting there is hard. And what you were just mentioning of leaning into what a consumer is looking for, what they expect of us, is the key. So those dealerships who are providing the seamless experience the consumers are asking for, interestingly enough, they actually have the chance to stay more in control of the deal than they've been in years, which is what a dealer is looking for as well, right? And so as a result of kind of staying in control and leaning into what consumers want, it's boosting dealers' profitability as well. And that comes thanks to deep intelligence on their shoppers, data and intelligence on their shoppers, as well as some new automated technology that can make their staff even more productive in the dealership. So while all of this is new and challenging, like you said, it's important to lean into that change. And I'm seeing that the best strategy these days, and those that have been the most successful, are really focusing on harnessing the power of the consumer data you were just mentioning. We have this data at our fingertips. And so leaning into using that data to create a connected selling experience, both the data that you might be collecting through your marketing efforts, as well as what you're getting from other partners and vendors, is really the key. I spent the first 15 years or so of my career in marketing. So it's in my blood to advocate for the role of marketing and influence in an overall business strategy, but it's just so powerful to grow your business by really understanding your customer and speaking to your audience in a way that resonates with them. So if you take a look at our automotive retailing landscape, and really, I mean, any retailing in general, data is what's winning deals these days. It's what gives you the detailed information that you need to build the best, the most personalized experience for shoppers, and in our world, the best and most personalized deals for shoppers. It gives you the ability to get even more effective and productive in the store. And ultimately, it kind of helps us to get where we're going in our world, to create long lasting and profitable customers that are loyal to our dealerships. And so I'd encourage dealers to think about their marketing as more than just generating leads, but it's really a tool for laying the foundation for the type of experience that you want to provide to your consumers and the relationship that you want to build with those consumers long term. And if you think about kind of that retailing ecosystem I was mentioning and this connected omni-channel experience we were talking about earlier, marketing is the connected tissue, the thread that pulls through every phase of that buying and ownership journey. And so it really enables us all to kind of get past and get through these challenges of change.
So many great points you're making, Jessica. You know, it's like dealers that are empowered to really harness the data, as you say, are really designing the customer experience
Yeah.
and taking advantage of the data is really directing the outcome of the deal, and allowing them to become experts in their customers and their prospects like they never could before. I want to ask you, any other advice to dealers looking to make a change in their consumer experience?
You know, I think it's the key is leaning in. So, you got to lean into this new technology that enables the connected shopping and buying experience that our consumers are begging us for. But also, you can't overlook the staff experience and what a big change that operating like this can be for them. So, the new tech is amazing, but at the end of the day, it takes people to build the connections that drive our business. I think across a lot of businesses, but particularly, of course, in automotive retail. And so, these tools are going to make sellers more effective and efficient and productive. But you have to be super intentional about your approach to change management and aligning everything from training on new processes and new software to compensation models to expectations on how to engage with buyers. I've seen a huge shift over the last few years, as we as an industry have really agreed and aligned on the fact that giving shoppers the experience they want and kind of leaning into this change is needed. And so it's kind of what consumers are used to in other industries, of course, and how they have data driven, personalized, and connected experiences. So we as an industry have really aligned. This is a must do. We got to do it. But now the change is in front of us, and we have to get there. So the changes can feel a little scary. Automation and AI can feel intimidating and maybe even a little threatening sometimes to staff who are more used to manual processes or who might be worried that these tech and tools are going to take over for their job. But the reality is that the tech and tools help us all do our jobs better, give us the efficiency and the intelligence and the tools to drive an even better experience for our customers and even more profitable deals. So I'd say focusing on number one, the tech and efficiency, make sure your software is actually working and more importantly, working together. Set a goal of enabling this connected omni-channel shopping experience for your customers, and then make sure that the partners that you have and the tools that you use enable just that. Give your staff the training, the guidance, the opportunities to thrive at every step of this new journey because it's new. From a Cox Automotive standpoint, we think about it. We've got a team of performance managers that we think really make a difference in this space. They're there to support our customers in this mission. And we believe so deeply that we have a chance right now to truly evolve our industry by not only enabling many different ways to shop and buy, but connecting those different ways to shop and buy. And so for us, we aim to be an extension of our customers' teams and kind of help along the way, leveraging these new tools and these new strategies to drive sales. And this end-to-end retailing ecosystem we're talking about here, it connects everyone from the couch to the showroom, and like I said, everything in between. And it's what our shoppers are out there looking for. It's how they buy everything else in their lives. So we're really excited to be bringing it to life in automotive as well.
Great advice, Jessica. And like you said, it is really a must do. And that last point, shining a light on the role that staff play in feeling comfortable using the data is really critical because it is new, like you said.
Yeah.
The thing about Cox is you're always refining and listening to consumers. I love it. It's been great having you with us today, Jessica. Now, it's a tradition to close out each episode with our 0 to 60 challenge. Over the next 60 seconds, we'd like to give our viewers a chance to get to know you a little better. So, are you ready for the challenge?
All right, I'm ready. 60 seconds. Here we go.
All right. Question number one. What was the first job you ever had?
So my first kind of real job, if you will, was in the ad agency world. I mentioned that I spent most of my early career in marketing. And ironically, that first ad agency job, I was building e-commerce websites for cell phones, which at the time was unheard of, right? We didn't think we would buy a cell phone online without going into a store and touching it, feeling it, and asking questions. So I think about it often. The parallel to today in building e-commerce experience in automotive is pretty fascinating.
It didn't go to waste, that first job, right? It's like everything happens for a reason. Question number two, if you could drive any car, what would it be?
So this is an exciting answer for me. It's maybe not as exciting compared to others, but I would drive the largest SUV available to haul all of my stuff. I've got baseball player kids and so much gear and so many friends that need to be taken everywhere. So, size, but some type of cool factor is also a key for me these days.
Okay, I love it. I agree. Bigger is better. Last question. What's one piece of advice you would give a young professional?
A big piece of advice that I try to think about constantly is know where you want to go, and then you can build a clear plan to get there. Seems simple, but I think it's great advice for younger professionals, for all of us in our careers, but also in business. And I advise in a lot of the dealers that I talk to about this very same thing, and even pertaining to the topics we've talked about today. You got to know where you want to go, what your end goal is. And once you set that in stone, you can create that direct path on how to get there.
Amazing. Love it. Thank you again, Jessica. It's been great having you with us today, and we'll see you all next time for In the Driver's Seat.